Walmart gets an earful from China over response to Trump tariffs. Wall Street Journal, March 12th, 3:50 p.m. President Trump's trade war with China has landed Walmart in the hot seat in Beijing. Chinese authorities summoned Walmart officials for a dressing down this week after receiving complaints that the retailer was pressuring some Chinese suppliers to cut prices to absorb the cost of U.S. tariffs, state media and people familiar with the matter said Wednesday. The president's decision to add a 20% tariff on Chinese imports on top of previous tariffs has put U.S. retailers such as Walmart in a tough spot. Raising prices risks the ire of Trump and American consumers, but getting suppliers to bear the burden isn't simple either. China, too, is under pressure as tariffs inflict pain on its export-focused economy, which is grappling with overproduction and weak demand at home. U.S. businesses have been reducing their dependence on China in response to worsening relations, a trend that developed during Trump's first term and has accelerated since. Many companies are shifting production to Southeast Asia and elsewhere. For sensitive high-tech goods, some U.S. companies are already pursuing an anything-but-China strategy. In recent weeks, Walmart and other U.S. retailers have told some suppliers they want discounts on China-made products, according to industry executives. Some suppliers have also asked to move production outside of China, they say. That was the backdrop for Tuesday's meeting in Beijing, where Chinese officials asked Walmart representatives to explain what the company was doing, according to people familiar with the meeting. The officials said making Chinese suppliers pay the costs of tariffs would be irresponsible and unfair. There was also a veiled threat. The Chinese side told Walmart that asking suppliers to lower prices might violate contracts and disrupt market order, and the officials referred to potential legal consequences, the people said. If Walmart insists on making Chinese suppliers absorb the blow, then what awaits Walmart is not just talk, state broadcaster China Central Television said on social media Wednesday. Walmart said it is in discussions with suppliers to help consumers save money, and it will continue to work closely with suppliers to find the best way forward during these uncertain times. At the Tuesday meeting, Walmart representatives said they would work with Chinese suppliers to find ways to avoid damaging the interests of the parties involved, the people familiar with the meeting said. Walmart also said China was one of its most important markets, and the company believed China's supply chains were key to its global success, the people said. Walmart executives have said they expect to be able to manage tariffs well, despite uncertainties. We are wired to try and save people money, so that will be our ultimate goal, Walmart chief executive Doug McMillon said on an earnings call last month. Negotiations between U.S. retailers and suppliers are becoming more difficult as tariffs increase, some manufacturers say, because many suppliers of low-cost items are already operating on razor-thin profit margins. Retail behemoths such as Walmart can use their size to drive down prices. The China Chamber of Commerce for Import and Export of Textiles, a state-backed industry group, said Wednesday it had received reports from some members about large U.S. retailers asking them to cut prices. The group said it would defend Chinese companies' interests. In another implied threat, the Chinese officials told Walmart that Chinese consumers who shop at Walmart stores could easily find alternatives, the people familiar with the meeting said. Walmart operates more than 300 Walmart and Sam's Club stores in China. The country accounts for a small but growing piece of Walmart's sales. Walmart reported about $5 billion of net sales in China in its last quarter, up 28% from a year earlier. That was less than 3% of its global total revenue for the period. Exports are one of the main growth drivers in China's economy, and an early indication that higher tariffs are starting to take a toll. China reported export growth for the first 2 months of the year moderated from December. China has retaliated against the U.S. by adding tariffs on American goods, including farm products such as soybeans. Tariffs are paid by importers in the U.S., but suppliers can take on the cost for importers by lowering prices. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has said China will eat any tariffs. Economists have largely found that the cost of tariffs is borne by U.S. customers. China engages Walmart over reported supplier price cut demands amid U.S. tariffs. Guru Focus, March 12th, 2:48 p.m. China's Ministry of Commerce engaged in discussions with Walmart, WMT Financials, regarding the company's reported request for price reductions from Chinese suppliers in response to new U.S. tariffs, multiple media outlets reported. Reports from Chinese state media indicate that Walmart reportedly pushed producers of kitchenware and apparel, as well as other suppliers, to cut prices by up to 10% every round of tariffs imposed by the United States. The demand comes as companies respond to the most recent round of trade policies, which included a 10% duty on Chinese imports starting February 4th, then an extra 10% tariff on March 4th. Chinese official media attacked Walmart's strategy, contending that it is illogical to place all tariff-related expenses on suppliers and might compromise fair trade. The studies cautioned that such policies would cause supply chains to become unstable and harm companies in China and the United States, hence maybe influencing consumer pricing. Many Chinese vendors already have low profit margins. Hence, Walmart's price pressure might aggravate their financial situation even more. The Chinese government has asked American companies to use a cooperative strategy instead of transferring costs down the supply chain to help to offset the impact of tariffs. As businesses negotiate regulatory changes impacting world trade, the conversations between China's Ministry of Commerce and Walmart underscore more general trade issues.